Welcome back. Today I'm doing my very first bourbon tasting on this channel, and I think I picked a good one. It's my first time trying this Knob Creek limited edition 15 year right here. It's gonna be fun. Knob Creek limited edition 15 year has a mash bill of 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. It's from the Jim Beam Distillery and was released June of 2020. It's 100 proof and has an age statement of 15 years. So those of you who are familiar with this channel know that I primarily do videos on EDC gear. Yes, everyday carry gear is my passion, but recently I stumbled across a new passion, and that is bourbon. And since the everyday carry community and the bourbon community are sort of intertwined, at least in my eyes, I figured it'd be somewhat natural to start showcasing some bourbon content on this channel. And let me just explain the title, calling myself a beginner with bourbon. My only experience with bourbons was just going out to my corner bar and just slamming them back in shot form up until about a year ago, where I started to really start doing research and getting more interested in sipping bourbons. And I would say in the last 6 months or so, I've been going out and seeking out different types of bourbons, rare bourbons, and I have a little bit of a collection going on right now, surprisingly. And while I was browsing my local liquor store the other day, I came across this bad boy right here, the limited edition 15 year Knob Creek, and I've never had it before. So I thought it would make a great first video if I wanted to start doing bourbon content on this channel, which I've been thinking about for a while now. So my point is, when I say beginner, it's not like this is my very first sip of bourbon ever, because that's not true. But I feel like I'm getting passionate enough to start making videos on this channel about it. And I think that's enough background here, so let's break this open. But before I do that, I just want to say that this box is absolutely awesome. This is the oldest bourbon that I have in my collection, and the only one that came in a box like this. So let's put this back up here. Just slides right off, and we pull this out. All right. Jeez. And I just want to say I love the looks of this limited edition bottle here by Knob Creek with the red and gold label. I think it looks great. So let me break this open here, and I'm gonna get this black wax everywhere, because this is exactly the same cap that was on the Knob Creek 12 year, which I absolutely love. But I definitely don't love the way that they have this bottle seal. I think it's super messy, and let's just pop this open. Oh, take that off, and wow. So that was harder than it should have been. And today I'll be drinking out of this Norland whiskey glass here. So let me just give it a nice little pour here, and wow. Oh, that smells good. So I'm just gonna put the cap back on there and sit it back over here. And all right, now let me act like I know what I'm doing here. So on the nose, wow. So right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of that oak smell. A lot of, wow, it's like a very oaky, very, I want to say peanut butter, but more of a peanut smell in here. It smells so good. So what I'm gonna do is just let this open up a little bit, let it aerate for a second, and then I'll go in for my very first sip. So I'm just gonna twirl it for a second here. I'm not gonna let you guys sit here and watch me do this, so I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be back in about a minute. All right, so it's been about a minute, and I just want to comment on the color here. The color is very nice. Sort of like a darkish red amber color here. It looks gorgeous. Looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's go in for one more sniff on the nose here, and then I'm gonna take my first sip. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you know, right off the bat, I'm getting that strong oak those strong oak notes, and man, it's just so much more prominent than my 12 year. My 12 year I absolutely love, and it has very fruity notes up front, some dark cherry I get right off the bat. I'm getting none of that here, at least not yet. Maybe? It's overwhelmingly oak and peanut. And I know Jim Beam is known for their peanut notes, especially that 12 years. All I get is peanut in that mid palate all the way through the finish. I am getting some of that here, but it's mainly a lot of oak. I am getting sort of a dark fruit note in there. Maybe a cherry, and there is some vanilla in there. One more time. Oak, there's peanut in there, some definite cherry, some maybe dark fruit, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla, a hint of caramel on the finish. Everything else is sort of overwhelming that, so let me just go in and have another sip here. Yeah, it's so good. That's so good. Yeah, like I said, it's very oaky, very peanutty. I'm getting just a kiss of that vanilla and cinnamon, a little bit of that dark fruit cherry I think I'm picking up on. And along with that oak right up front, I'm getting a little bit of that leathery oak note in there. It's quite good. So this is fairly interesting. It doesn't taste as balanced as my Knob Creek 12 year that I have right here, which I absolutely love. This is a fresh bottle. Just cracked it open. But I guess what I'm trying to say is my first impressions on the 15 year here is that it's not as balanced, not as well balanced, I should say, as the 12 year here. And as soon as I took a sip of the 15 year, it felt a little bit dry on the palate. That oak kind of overwhelmed that at first, and then it kind of kicked in, if that makes sense. So I'll put the remainder of the 15 there, and let's just do a real quick tasting of the 12 here, real quick, just to compare side by side. Wow. It's just so different right up front. It's so much sweeter. It just has that fruitier, sweeter smell to it. Right on the nose, man. It just hits you instantly. Yep, peanut, there it is, peanut oak, very floral, a lot of that cherry, that same cherry I'm getting, lots of caramel, a lot of vanilla, a lot of rice spice in this too I'm getting. Just so good. Both are 100 proof here, and I'm getting a little bit longer finish on the 15 year here. It has more of a medium finish. I'm getting. And I'm not getting a lot of heat on the back end either, which I absolutely love. So it's going down fairly smooth for me. So if I had to choose, would I choose the 15 year over the 12 year? And it's so close. They're both so good, but I'm gonna have to say that I like the 12 year better. And once again, I'm not saying that the 15 year is bad. I think it tastes really good, and I like it. But for me and my taste, I just like the 12 year just slightly better. Same 100 proof, and this is 60 bucks as opposed to 110 that I just paid for this limited edition bottle here. So am I mad that I bought this limited edition bottle 15 year at $110 when I could have got a 12 year at almost half the price? I mean, no, I can't even really say that. I'm not necessarily mad. I'm a little bit disappointed that I could have just bought another bottle, even though I literally just bought another bottle of this. But my point is, I could have got 2 of these 12 years for almost the cost of this 15 year here. So maybe it'll grow on me. I'm gonna let this sit in my cabinet over there for a little bit, and I'm gonna let it sulk for a little bit. If you guys have the 15 year Knob Creek, let me know what you guys think down below in my description box, which one you prefer, the 15 or the 12. And also let me know what you guys thought of this video, if you want me to continue doing bourbon tasting videos. Even if you guys say no, I'm probably gonna keep doing it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some bourbon to finish here.